Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Under Fire. My name is Sam and I am not here once again with Sam.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm distant.
Distant.
I'm good. I'm good.
This-
I'm getting by.
It's a new year,
It is. It is.
2021. Probably
Seems
not going to be much better than 2020, but we'll we'll power
no. I
on
was
with
going
it.
to say it's started the same as it the last year ended, but
But never mind. Never mind. We're going to do a slightly different episode today to start off the year. We're going to take the Instagram pic type thing that we do at the end of every episode and extend it out into a full. I think we've got about 11 between us, our sort of favourite accounts from the last year. And go through them why we like them, rather than looking at singular posts. Look at sort of
just
the full accounts and see how people like them. So, and it's something we'll do now and again, every couple of months when we can't think of an episode topic, most likely.
We'll give a bit of love back to people that are on Insta.
It'll be easy content. But there's a lot of good stuff on there. We've said time and time again that if you've not got Instagram and you like incredibly painted miniatures, get Instagram, because
definitely
it is a bastion of hobby goodness. You see similar things on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, but I think Instagram just lends itself to that sort of thing.
There's so much inspiration to be had, and like I say, for people that haven't got Instagram, get it, because there's just so much stuff on there.
Yeah.
So much stuff you don't see anywhere else, really. Very cool.
It is not just pictures of people's food.
No, it's definitely changed the way a lot of things I've sort of thought about in miniatures, seeing inspiration from loads of different posts and loads of different accounts. Definitely gave me inspiration. I mean, say inspiration, stealing their ideas. But it's there's so much stuff. Yeah, you'll be inspired to hell if you don't already have an Instagram account.
I think as well, having an account yourself and putting pictures of your own miniatures up. Sometimes if you've painted something and you think to yourself, is this good, or is this absolute utter arse? And I think sometimes I've done it before where I've been painting a miniature and I've been on it for a couple of days and I've almost gone sort of blind to it, and I'm just looking at it and thinking, this is just utter crap. I hate. And then you sort of put it up and just get a more positive reaction, because sometimes when you've been looking at it for ages, you just can't see past the things you don't like about it. So it's helped me to I crave the approval of strangers, is basically what I'm saying.
I need the likes.
I need the attention, and I need the likes.
I need the attention
to continue to paint, but it has been good. I do enjoy it. So let's get straight into it.
Aye.
I'll let you go first because you've done 6 and I've done 5.
Yes.
So you've secured first point.
Easy. Well, I've won. Clearly. End of story. Right. I'm going to start off. So my first account that I'm going to talk about is ML_minis198. Obviously, we'll chuck that up so you can see what it is properly.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is what I'll do is, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is probably going to be the sort of episode that isn't going to translate very well to the to the audio only. We're talking, I'll just flag up 5 or 6 different images as well, just across the account. So
yes, yeah. So I've been following this account for quite a while. But I mean, when I can't remember, but it's one of the first accounts I believe that I sort of started following when I started, and it's this. Why I wanted to bring it up was because I mean he's a very good painter. He's got a lot of nice stuff. He's done Blood Angels. He's got Death Guard. Different little bits and bobs. Really nice stuff. Why I've chose him is because at the start of quite a bad year last year, he started doing if you scroll down a little bit on his account, he started doing a Death Guard project. And when I say a project, the man has done the entire Legion. Right? He started it in I don't know, it was like early March, I believe it was. and I'm talking there's like 100 infantry and Death Shroud Terminators. There's like 20, 30 Death Shroud Terminators. There's multiple Land Raiders. There's multiple Predators and the Dreadnoughts and all sorts of stuff. And they're all 30k
All 30K,
Death
yeah.
Guard, painted in a 30k Death Guard. But when I say this man has painted, I mean, we're talking over the course of, I think it was only a few months, probably 2 months. I think from sort of March to June, he'd fully painted like 5k's worth of 30k Death Guard.
Yeah, I'm sort of, as I scroll up the Instagram
Yeah,
feed, it's like, here's a huge pile of undercoated models, and then you scroll up slightly
yeah,
further, and it's like, and here's a huge rank of just fully painted,
yeah.
well painted
And
as well.
he batch painted something like 70
Oh,
models in I don't know how. I think it was over like the course of a weekend, a couple of days or something. But it was just one of those things that I remember seeing, and I was following him while he was doing it, and just thinking, what a man, what a dude. Like batch painting for me is the worst thing in the world. I can't stand it. But the prospect of doing 70 plus models, and on top of that, all the rest of the stuff. So he's done dreadnoughts, like I said, and
yeah,
predators and stuff, and they all are weathered, and they're in the original 30k colors. They're all weathered and messed up. He's scratched them all. He's used chipping medium by the looks of it, and different things like that. It's just blown my mind that someone can do that in 2 months. And I just think, I look at what I did over the last sort of over the lockdown period, and you're like, I've done nothing in comparison to that.
that
It's
it is an
ridiculous.
impressive. Like, I'm just looking at the sort of,
Yeah,
so he's got a post from September 13th, and it was everything he's painted since March, so March till
yeah,
September, somewhere along the lines
yeah.
of 6,700 points
Just
in March,
mind-boggling.
April, May, June, July, August. So like 6, 7 months.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's
cray cray.
impressive. That's impressive.
It's cray cray. One of my favourite pieces that he did out of all of this is somewhere in there. There's a Terminator, a herald holding a banner. And I remember him doing.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember the post come up of him doing that, and it's just such a Death Guard grim banner.
yeah. I'm just looking at it
He's
now.
used
Yeah,
the old. I think it's the old transfers to get that sort of the 30k transfers. Sorry, from Forge World, just with the chain and all the. I just it's so good. It's so good. Um,
it's a great example of what I would call
yeah,
army painting over miniature painting. He's approached it as a, I'm going to paint up a army of Death Guard,
yeah.
rather than and not focused in on each individual miniature, and it has paid off
Oh god, yeah.
incredibly.
It's just such an amount of models to do in the time he's done it, and for them to look sort of how they're so weathered and it's proper Death
I
Guard
love the Heresy Death Guard scheme.
quality.
The white is
Yeah, yeah,
that's I
it
love
is
that.
good.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it is very good. But yeah, check him out. That is ML_minis
That is a
198.
strong
Um,
start.
that is a yeah. I look forward to see what he
Yeah.
does this year.
What Legion he paints this year? Yeah.
Which Legion he goes for this year. So hats off to him. But yeah, absolutely quality account, quality painter. Some really good stuff. Yeah,
Brilliant.
really really good.
Okay.
What's your first one?
Oh, who should I start with? So I've sort of put a couple of rules in on myself with this. We both said that if anyone's already had a shout out on our usual end of the episode thing, they were exempt from being picked here, because
Yes.
there's some that I shouted out that I could talk about all day, but we wanted to keep it different.
Yeah. Just to say, these are just 11 accounts that just sort of stuck out at the time.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of other accounts we could have chose
definitely.
to go on this,
Definitely.
which we will do in the future.
Another rule that I sort of picked and then bent very strongly to break it as much as I could was, I didn't want to pick anyone that was a professional.
Okay.
I then took what was a professional and may have slightly edged on it in places, but no one that works for Games
Okay.
Workshop, for example, no one that's well known as a painter like Angel Heraldez or someone like that. Definitely steer away from them. But there's a couple in here who are. They may receive some money for what they do, but they're not professionals, if you like.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get that out there. So the first one I've picked is it's an account I've followed. It's got to be been one of the first ones I ever clicked follow on, with the exception of you. I would imagine it is. You probably know him actually because he's got quite a large following. It's cat or rabbit, which is all one word. _ scale model _ studio.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got this incredible style, where it's every time I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed and I see one of his models that he's painted, without looking at the name, I know it's one of his, but I can't put my finger on why.
Yeah.
There's just something about the way he paints is very specific to him. It's quite what I would call a Games Workshop style. It's
it's a very heavy
metal-esque, but there's just something about the way he does it that just seems to put his own little signature feel to it. The best thing he's been working on recently is he's done a Sarge of the Emperor, Primaris Force, which are they've got black arms and legs and then yellow chest and that, and
it is a very nice
and he's done them on Mars bases, which looks really nice. He's got a bit of Mars dust coming up the legs, and everything he does is impressive, and
that is very nice.
And he's got a Death Guard Force, which is done in the green, but again, it's the Games Workshop Death Guard scheme, but there's just something about it that just it's his take on it.
I know what you're saying.
I'd love to, probably don't know enough about painting theory. I'd love to say why I instantly know it's him, but there's just something about it. It's the speed he gets things done that's impressive.
It blows my mind, people that can just bash stuff out at such a good level so quickly. It hurts.
Sometimes it's like
people can do that.
I mean, it's obviously because they're not getting distracted by things that we get distracted by, like computer games. But he just gets stuff done, and it all looks really nice, really good. So so check him out. Cat or rabbit, or one word _ scale model _ studio. Most people know him anyway because he's got a pretty big following.
I think I've seen the Death Guard stuff. I definitely think I've seen that stuff before. I recall looking at those models. I'm sure I have. Very, very nice. Really nice stuff.
So next from you.
Next from me, right. So the next one from me is an account called Fred and Brush, all one word, FredandBrush. Now, I've been following this guy for a very, very long time, and I believe I've been following him for a long time because I think it was the Gibraltar SN. I can't remember what they're called now. I can't remember what they're called. It's a similar thing to sort of Tabletop Tactics, an online thing. What are they called? I'll find that out. It's going to kill me. Anyway, there was a tournament over in Gibraltar, basically, that they do every year, and he took. I bet it's quite a long way down his profile, but he took Space Wolves. I believe this was last year, so obviously before the lockdown and all the corona and whatnot came in. It's SM Battle Reports. That's and it's no retreat.
Yeah.
That's the competition, the tournament. Sorry, but his Space Wolves that he's done are just so good. I mean, the man paints an awful lot. He does a lot of stuff. He's been doing a lot of bolt action. The tanks and all that sort of stuff, like the more World War sort of stuff. But if you scroll down enough, he's not done much Space Wolf stuff for a while. But the Space Wolves that he has done, what I love about him is what makes Space Wolves? It's the blue and it's the yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my eyes, you see a Space Wolf, he's going to have blue on him, a bluey grey and yellow. Literally, the way he's painted them is so. It's like you can't really see anything else. It's just the blue and the yellow stripes is so well that you look at them, and obviously there is still metallics in there and there's still details in there, but he's done it so subtly, and the weathered and all that sort of stuff. There's so much nice damage detail on them and stuff. It's obviously taken him an awfully long time to paint, but I just love the simplisticness of just it is literally the blue and the yellow.
Balanced the colours well.
It's so well put together. And I think they're just so good. I love them. Really nice. Sort of take on Space Wolves.
What we have learned,
the way he's done them.
What we have learned from your first two picks is that you love a bit of weathering.
Oh, I love oh god, yeah. God. I think I'm envious of weathering. That's why I love them so much, because I've tried bits. I mean, I haven't tried fully. I need to throw myself into a project like that and actually really try some weathering. But the fact that these few people have made it look so easy. I mean, it might have took them, a lifetime to do, and it might have to, but it looks perfect. Yeah. The way they've done it is absolutely fantastic.
It looks natural.
I think it's probably an element of jealousy. That's why I like it so much. But no, it's just such a nice balanced colour, like you said, of the way that he's actually sort of took the take on the Space Wolf scheme, but really nice, really nice. And he's got loads of stuff in there that he's done, some Imperial Guard stuff that are really nice as well. But yeah, always sort of have to stop whatever I'm doing when I see one of his posts come up. I have to sort of stop and have a good look through some of the stuff that he's been doing, because he's really like the Space Wolves. There's one that was sort of I can't remember, about August-ish last year, I think. Let me try and find it. Yes, of Ragnar, when Ragnar came out, the new Ragnar model with a squad of the Incursors, or he's done it as the Infiltrators, the new troops unit. But I don't know, it's just I've seen people do takes on, and like with the kits you can use for the Space Wolves upgrade kits, to sort of make the new Primaris stuff appear a bit more wolfy and have that sort of flavour of Space Wolves. Just through a few little things that he's put on them, like the knives and just the way he's then obviously painted them, sort of, I don't know, he's not done too much to them, but they look so Space Wolf. Yeah. It's you know what I'm saying?
He's captured it perfectly.
He's got it spot on. Really nice. And every time I see them, it just makes me want to collect Space Wolves again. Well, I've got Space, but it's not like I don't collect them. But it made me want to get them out and start cracking on with making them look good, and sort of strip them and just completely re-bloody paint them.
Brilliant.
But yes, that is my second pick. That is Fred and Brush, all one word.
Cool.
Check him out.
My next choice is a gentleman, and this is where I've sort of, in fact, I've not stretched the rule, because he's not a professional painter. He just happens to be on a podcast that I listen to, and that's how I know him. So we're on a podcast. We're not professionals.
What I'm getting from your first two picks, Sam, is the rule that you wanted to set of not having any professional painters is you've basically picked two professional painters. They're not like...
Shut up. Let's move on.
No, go on.
So the next one is Kiefer, which is KEEFER _ secrets. So it's a play on Keeper of Secrets, because the guy's name is Justin Kiefer. Most of you will know him if you listen to this from the Independent Characters podcast.
Okay.
He isn't a massive Instagram user, but I wanted to mention him because I really like his painting style. I really like the way he does things. So
I've got it up now. Yeah.
Pop it up and have a little look. He paints in a way where he uses lots of inks and teals and purples and stuff like that. And again, it's a hard one to describe, but there's so much depth in the colours that he paints with. He's got a IDNF Deepkin force for Age of Sigmar. That's got like the way he's done the sharks and stuff. He's
that looks cool.
Like painting the skin of a shark is a
Yeah,
difficult task.
Yeah, you're either just painting that thing grey or you're going for it.
Full, and it almost looks underwater the way he's done it.
Yeah,
He's also got some beautiful looking Harlequins, and we all know that I've got a full on Harlequin hard on at the minute, so that helped a little bit with the decision. But and he's got a Death Guard force that I really like. The Death Guard he's done, they are done in the green, but they're really sort of dulled down. To a deep sort of dingy,
pale.
And the base is dark, and they just look grim. And I like Death Guard to look shitted up, for want of a better word.
Yeah, definitely.
Properly a mess. And then if you go even further down to the bottom, the stuff he's done with Chaos Knights, like the freehand and stuff, on the sort of stuff like that. I'd love to be able to do stuff like that. I can't do stuff like that.
Very nice. Yeah, anyone that can freehand and in any which way, I can't free. I couldn't write. It took me. I remember doing some of my Space Marines. I was trying to write on a piece of parchment. It took me like an hour just to write a 4-letter word. You know what I mean? For it to look relatively decent. But yeah, some people that can do freehand like that and draw whole. I mean, it's just that is properly artistic.
Yeah, it's natural artistic, artistic talent. To be able to do that.
Yeah, being able to actually paint onto something is different to actually basically painting a picture. You're not just painting something; you're painting a picture. That's the difference.
So check him out. That's Kiefer_of_secrets. He's on Instagram. He's also you'll find more of his pictures on Facebook and stuff like that. So check him out.
Very nice.
Next, what you got for me?
So the next one I've got is an account. Again, I've been following for quite a long time. Quite like the style of this guy. So or gal, I don't know. It is Invictus _ I don't even know how to say it, but AETERNA.
Turner.
Invictus Turner, something like that. So basically, there's not a specific. Well, there is one specific post that blew me away quite recently that he did, but just in general, the way the guy paints is fantastic. It's even like sort of, he's got some posts of some Marines and stuff. Even the Marines, they've got like there's one sort of halfway down the page where he's pointing. It's a sergeant pointing. And just the way he's done the blue and the highlights on it, so an Ultramarines, Space Marine, it's sort of like really heavy lines. That's like the lines are quite thick the way he's done it, but the way it brings the model to life is crazy.
He's mastered glowing things.
It's all about glowing stuff. There's a knight as well he did a while back. I think that was last year sometime. And it's such there's a lot of glowing stuff on that, but the way he's done it works. There's a lot of stuff glowing on him, but it very good. It's like I assume that it's mostly airbrush work by the looks of it. So some of it's airbrush work definitely on some of the glows. You can see it. He's mastered doing airbrush glow. Put it that way.
Really good. I like the at the top of his feed. He's got some. I think they're Raptor Space Marines, and he's done the power swords in a sort of orange-red glow. Yeah. They look like they're fresh from the forge.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, he's done a Salamanders style. By the looks of it, are they Salamanders or are they Raptors?
That is the colour of Raptors, but they could well be Salamanders. In fairness.
Oh no, you might be right. I think they might be Raptors. I just assumed they were. I'm sure he'll let us know.
Yes.
I don't know though.
They look cool.
I assumed it was
Salamanders. Very cool.
The post that recently got me was he's put 2 posts of these Necrons he's done.
Yes.
And the Overlord with this sort of orange scythe that he's got going, phase sort of sword thing he's got going on. but it just looks like they're at some sort of neon
The
disco.
bass, the sort of Tron.
It's incredible.
It's like the
Yeah,
Tron
I
bass.
love it.
Yeah, that is awesome. That.
There's so many colours in there, and there's so much colour on the model, but it all balances beautifully.
Yeah, that's a difficult thing to
He's
do.
really got that. He's really got that colour balance down to a T with them models. There's so much colour. There's yellow, green, blue, pink. There's all sorts of different shades of this sort of stuff, and black and all sorts of stuff. But it just fits perfectly together.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Um,
The thing I always
and then,
struggle
like
with
I
is
say,
like, particularly doing these Harlequins, like I struggle to balance colours and not have it look garish and in your face and just
yeah.
it's like an accident in a glitter factory sometimes.
It is very difficult to. Like I've there's loads of different models. That's what I've done projects in the past, and I've sort of I get to the point where I know I'm going wrong, but I keep going.
Yeah.
That was my issue before. So from years ago of doing certain projects, going through things, I know I'm not enjoying how I'm painting it, but for some reason I'm carrying on painting it. If that makes
Yeah,
sense. And I don't know what I don't know. And it's sort of like halfway through it, I've sort of gone too far to be asked to strip everything to go again. And then I lose interest in the project. That's always been a bit of an issue of mine.
Yeah.
Getting the colours correct and then sort of going back and redoing anything if I needed to do. But those few models on there. But the Necrons are what sort of stand out for me from quite recently. Just so much colour, and the balance is perfect.
Yeah, really nice.
Like there's nothing out of place colour wise on that model. It's beautiful, really really nice.
Lovely.
But yeah, check that guy out. That is Invictus _ what did you say it was?
A Turner. Oh, it'll be on screen. It'll be on screen.
Yeah. So,
lovely.
What's your next one then?
I'm gonna go with, and this is where I fully just broke my rule.
Okay.
So this is, it's a quite a long one. It's the _miniature _painting _tutor.
Okay, he sounds like a professional. Just from his title,
I may have had a
sounds like someone you paid.
I may have had a painting lesson with him.
I see.
So technically, yes, this guy is a professional, but he doesn't work for a miniature company or anything like that.
Okay.
So I'll draw the line where I want to draw the line. Stop judging me.
You do you. Do your best life.
So obviously the guy is an immense painter. A standout one will be, if you go far down, there's a Stormcast Eternal from one of the sort of wizardy ones that he's done in a full non-metallic silver.
Oh yeah.
Which is just flawless.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
In all honesty, like that's the only thing you can say about it. It's just perfect. And everything he does is on that level. He's not really a gamer, so he sort of just paints whatever it feels like at the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
I envy that. I envy people that don't play the game and just want to paint the miniature for painting the miniature's sake, because I find you can't play the game and be a miniature painter for painting for whatever.
No.
You know what I mean? Unless you solely dedicate your life to it, you ain't got enough time.
Yeah.
There's not enough time in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
But
what I really like about him as a painter is he's got an interesting philosophy towards painting and the way he sort of approaches it, which is sort of what he put across in the lesson I had with him, where there's so many people looking out there for, like, you go on YouTube and you search, how do I paint a Harlequin troop, for example.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Whereas the way he approaches, the way he teaches is learn just to paint. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous.
We just have a go.
But it's more about, if you learn the basics of paint and the way paint behaves and stuff like that, you can then take that and extrapolate it out, and you can do everything better, rather than just relying on a tutorial that says, the example is, you get a tutorial from Games Workshop and it says put a little bit of water in your paint to thin it out, which is fine, but it's also not true for every application and for every colour. Do you know what I mean? So he teaches a lot more of the
Yeah.
learn the properties of the paint you're using and apply it in that way, rather than just here's how you paint X, Y, Z. Because there's more to it than
Yeah.
that.
No, I get what
It
you're
teaches
saying.
you
Yeah,
how
I
to
get what you're
paint
saying.
rather than how to paint a specific color or a specific model. And that was
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
liked. It opened up a lot more for me, being
Yeah.
able to know what tools you have available, if you like,
Yeah.
and also
Yeah.
looking at
I
things
get
the
what you're
right
saying. I
way.
get what you're saying.
The way he talks about non-metallic metal, for example, everybody says, "Oh, what's your non-metallic metal technique?" Well, non-metallic metal is just wet blending, really. That's all it is. You're just doing it in
Yeah.
a certain
Yeah.
way. It's not actually non-metallic metal isn't a technique. It's a outcome you get from using a technique. So
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
know how to
Yeah.
blend and you know how to paint, if you like, you can do non-metallic metal. You just need to alter it slightly so it looks and use the right colors.
I mean, I suppose there's a technique you could argue there's a technique to knowing how it needs to look
Yeah, yeah.
as
It's
as
just
a metal
yeah,
itself,
the
like
light and stuff like
knowing
that.
where you put in the
But
light.
the
So there's
physical act of,
that
of putting paint on your brush and putting that paint onto
is
the
a wet
model
blend.
is the same.
Yeah.
So it just
Yeah.
that's the way it looks at the process, and I like it. But more than anything else, he's a very good painter. That's all you can say on it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's fantastic, fantastic painter. I mean, it looks like he's actually down there. It looks like he's won Golden Demon awards
I
and
believe
stuff
he
for his
has,
painting.
which is why I was very much
Yeah.
stretching the not a professional rule on this one. Yeah,
No, very, very, very cool. Very
My other
nice.
two
Very
are,
nice.
I think, within the rules. So check him
Okay.
out if you haven't
Okay.
already.
Very
Next,
cool. Very cool. So the next one I'm gonna have a look at is so this is Luca Panacci. Panacci?
Panache,
Luca Panacci?
Panache, Luca Panache.
Panacci?
It will be on the
Panacci?
screen.
Something like that. Something like that. I've been following him again. I think this is someone I've been following from what I can remember from basically when I started using Instagram, which is coming up to about 2.5 years now. I've been quite a lot. And he's local-ish to me. He's in Derby. Not that I've met him, but I'm just saying he's close. He has been for a very, 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 very long time been doing. I think the reason I believe I spoke to him a few times over Instagram was over. He did do some Death Guard stuff when the Death Guard was sort of rolled out, and he's done a few Chaos models and bits and bobs in the past. Excuse me, but recently, I think for the last sort of year and a bit, he's been doing a Minotaur Space Marines chapter,
Yeah,
and they're just quality.
Minotaurs are
It's
just cool, aren't they? Like
they're just awesome.
Space Marine
Absolutely,
Spartans.
Yeah. What more can you want? And he's done a lot of sort of the characters. He's done some of the limited edition sort of lieutenant models and bits and bobs like that. The bits he's changed out. He's got all where they have a shield, they now have a Spartan shield. They have the Minotaur shoulder pads here and there. Just really nicely converted to start with. But I really, really like it's so subtle, but it's the flowers he does on the bases.
Right.
Like I've not seen sort of Space Marines in a I mean Space Marines you imagine them being these absolute monstrosities to behold. And I love the idea of these flowers on the ground of sort of like I don't know, it's such whether that's exactly what he was going for. It's such a contrast that these guys are obviously the protectors of the Imperium and all this sort of stuff, but they would be terrifying to be stood next to or behold a Space Marine in action. It would terrify you, wouldn't it? But to have these really nice pink and sort of whatever white flowers on the floor, I love that contrast. There's like such nice stuff can be growing in this sort of time in the 40k universe. But you've got these absolute monstrosities running at you, screaming Sparta as well.
Yeah, I like the flowers on the base is good as well because from a painting perspective because the Minotaurs are quite one colour. They're all in the bronze. They've got a bit of red and in their very warm colours, and then the flowers on the base just pop out and it just balances it
Yeah.
nice. I really like that.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, one model in particular that I loved, and it's always stuck in my mind because you'll know exactly why. Where is it? So partway down, there is a Reaver stood with a shield and a fuck off mace, and the shield and the mace are just draped in blood, but it's just so like
Oh
we're in
God.
the 41st millennium,
Yeah.
but you'd see that coming at you, and that'd be some absolute electrified mace thing coming. It's such a nice
That
model.
is beautiful.
I
Yeah.
don't know where the parts are from or what the parts are actually from, but it's quality. I remember that model because I love a big shield with spikes on it and a
You do.
mace and swinging for the breaches. You know what I mean? Bleachers. Sorry. Yeah.
And it has a lovely bit of
All of
weathering.
the models, beautiful bit of weathering. Love a bit of weathering. But yeah, it just in general is each model he puts up is just so different to the next sort of thing. It's beautifully done. Really, really nice
Lovely.
stuff. And yeah, look forward to seeing more stuff from
Luca
I believe
Panache.
he's put the last sort of couple of days. He's just carrying on with these Minotaurs since New Year as well. So he's just constantly bringing them out, which is very cool. And he likes the Beatles, which
There
is
you go.
also a plus.
And he's local as well. So.
And he's local. So shout out to, I don't know how to say it, Luca Panache or whatever it is.
It's definitely not that, but
I think that's how it's
right,
pronounced.
okay.
But check him out. Check him out, definitely.
Cool.
And you, sir?
I'm gonna go with. I've got two left. I'm gonna go with this one because it's sort of similar to the one we've just looked at. So, mine is Stephen, which is with a PH, STEPHEN .Sayers SAYERS .5.
Okay.
It is again a Space Marine account mainly, but he's done this beautiful white armor with a bright pink. It's supposed to be the right arm, and it just pops with a gold trim.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I think what I have learned today that I may not have known in the past is that you love a weathered, dirty model. I love a clean, untarnished model.
Oh yeah,
I've definitely noticed that from what we've picked today.
That's my sort of thing, but I can appreciate.
You can appreciate.
I love
a
clean.
side,
Definitely. Because my space Marine force and stuff, I don't want to dirty them up at all. I like the clean, the clean thing on a Marine. I do. Yeah.
These are just the. I mean, painting white is difficult,
tricky.
I always avoid it if I can. So the fact he's gone, I'm going to do the main colour of my Marines be white, and then this beautiful pink, hot pink is the only way I could describe it. Right arm, it just looks incredible. And the bases, he's done a sort of checkered marble sort of pattern that looks really good. He's also got a Dark Eldar force that's done in a really nice blue. If you scroll down a bit further, red, that looks really nice.
That's nice. That is nice.
It's these are the sort of armies where it's like, if you were playing against them, you're not, no matter how the game goes, no matter what you're doing, it's just a joy to just sit and just have a game against an army painted this well. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So check him out. Just trying to think.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, definitely. There was one post.
So that's Stephen Sayers.
Stephen.sayers.5.
Cool.
Yeah, give him a check. Next.
Okay, my next one is. So right, this is an account that I've not actually been following that long, but I've been following because of a few sort of projects that I've seen him doing, and inadvertently. Oh no, I have been following this for quite a while actually. Sorry. So this is Hroshevalu _Lundi. I don't know.
HROSSHVALUR _LUNDE. That's how we'll.
I think I was pretty
You were
close with
close.
Feroz Savar.
Lund.
Anyway, so he has got. There's a couple of accounts I could have chose from, but because of his sort of recent piece that I've been following, I've chose this guy. I love the grim, dark feel that he has. He's very much. I think it's the I can't remember what the thing's called. That Inquisitor 9 or something. I can't remember what the thing's called.
Inquisitor 54,
well, yeah, something.
is it? Something like that. The game or the
Something like that.
magazine?
I can't remember. I remember seeing there's a lot of imagery. People are trying to do pictures of these old artwork pictures that are in crystal things. And,
it's a bit
anyway,
Blanchitsu in its
yeah,
how it's done.
yeah. But I mean, so yeah. So if you scroll right the way down, there's so many things. It ranges from just stuff I've never seen
that sort
used
of
to a guy in a bathtub.
You've seen that sort of vampire woman holding a baby.
Yeah, yeah. There's some beautiful
It
stuff.
encapsulates
I mean, if you scroll,
grimdark.
it's proper. Yeah. If you scroll enough down, there's like a. It's I don't even know. There's a guy in a bath, but it's very 40k.
Where's the guy in the bath? I can't find that.
There's a guy in a bath. He's got a shisha pipe.
Have you seen the
and little legs? There's so much.
There's a
stuff.
cat. It's had its head removed and a revolver barrel placed in place of its head.
Yeah.
Just so 40k.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, we'll put some pictures up, but there's too many pictures. You've got to go on the account and look for yourself.
I found the bath guy. Oh God.
Yeah.
This has got a very
so cool.
Mad Max Fury Road sort of feel to some of it.
Yeah.
That sort of over the top, but in such a beautiful, perfect way.
But it fits so well into all 40k or anything that it's just so Inquisitor sort of stuff. Beautiful.
Yeah.
The post that I've been loving watching is this. He's got a few videos he's put up, and it's of this toll bridge that he's been making. I don't know if we can actually put the video up on the.
I'll have a look, but I don't think so.
Thing to have a look. But if you check him out, there's some pictures of it. But he's basically made a toll bridge, and it's just fantastic. He recently, I think it was only a couple of days ago, he's put up sort of like a relatively finished sort of piece of it, unpainted, but the pieces together, and he's got sort of the Imperial Knights big chainsword as the sort of the bridge.
Yeah.
Not the bridge, the barrier. Sorry, little guy in a booth that is made. It's quality.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's such a cool idea for a piece of terrain. Yeah, love it. Brilliant. But yeah, it's just some fantastic stuff. And I say there's a couple of guys that I follow, or guys and gals that I follow, that do this sort of stuff, and I just love it. I'd love to look at their bits box. That's all I ever think.
Yeah.
I always think the stuff that you're making and the pieces that you come out with. I'd love a bits box anyway. I'd just love to see what's inside them, because there must be so much stuff to be able to get sort of the models that they make, and I'd love to know the process that these people do. So this guy goes
just the imagination to think, like, if I had all them bits, I'm confident I would not be able to put together what is, because the idea would just never occur to me, you know.
No, it's an art form. Even the stuff that is, you know, if he just made things and didn't, he's a good painter as well. To go on top of that, if he just made the things, that's an art form in its own way, because he's just making some incredible stuff. But yes, that is my second to last one. I won't pronounce the name again.
Just put it on screen.
It'll be up to check him out. So definitely give him a follow.
Brilliant. I'm going to go with my last one then, if I may.
Yes.
My last one it's all one word. It's Quipster Nerd. So QUIPSTERNERD. Quipster Nerd.
Okay.
This is again one that I've followed since the early days of having Instagram. And guess what? He paints clean, beautifully clean. So what first got me really looking at his stuff was he's got a Custodes army, but he does them in black armor with purple and gold.
Oh yes,
and it just looks beautiful.
Yeah, that is nice.
I like Custodes.
You do like a purple.
I
don't
love
you?
a
You
purple.
like a purple.
I'm quite
You
happy
like
to
a
say purple is my favourite colour. I love purple.
I do like a purple.
And the sort of, I love Custodes. I do. However, they are very gold in their original colour schemes.
Yes, yeah.
But these ones, the black and the gold and that, just look absolutely unbelievable. And the bases, he's done the bases look like they've come straight out of the Imperial Palace.
Yeah.
With the
no, that is
guarding
nice.
the Emperor, and then he's even gone the extra level and put name badges things on the bases,
on the bases,
which you can do for Custodes because you don't have that many.
No, typically there's not a huge amount.
If I was going to do that for my Dark Eldar, I'd have to come up with an awful lot of names.
Yeah.
So beautiful. And then, as if what you're painting wasn't impressive enough, he's now started some Imperial Fists.
Yeah.
In yellow.
I can see them. Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, if you can paint yellow Marines and have them look good, you're okay in my book.
You're winning.
Because I still struggle with yellow. Massively struggle with yellow. Even in the smallest amounts. Cannot get it smooth without spending hours on it.
Yeah.
So I'm always impressed when someone goes ahead and does yellow of any kind.
See, I'm wondering, that yellow, is that contrast?
It could be.
It could be. And then highlighted over it, because it does. Which is not taking anything away from painting yellow. Don't get me wrong. I just whether that is contrast, I can't tell.
It's possible.
Or he might have just pin washed the dark
with some contrast.
He's obviously shaded it well in the recesses.
Yeah, but it's just beautiful. And then
it's very nice.
The Forge World Custodes Dreadnought, the Telemon Dreadnought, which is got to be one of my favourite models of all time. Running just with two massive las cannons on each side.
I'm coming, Emperor.
But I like the fact that he's got two massive las cannons, but he's also running towards the enemy. Now I love that. Like, I could shoot you from afar, but I want to shoot you close up, so I can hear you get absolutely blown away. So just again,
very
perfect. Cool. Makes me jealous. Wish it was me, but and then. Just to gush even more, he's just done a Dark Angels Leviathan, which looks really nice. The green. I love a Leviathan Dread.
Oh yeah, that's his latest post. Yeah.
Which
that is nice.
Had I known that model existed, because I didn't know it existed, I may have chose that for my Thousand Suns rather than the standard one because it's got the edging on it.
Oh yeah.
I think it would have looked more Thousand Sunsy. But
yours looks good.
Never mind.
Yours does the job.
Never mind. So that is me though. That is me done. So that's Quipster Nerd, all one word.
Very, very cool. Now, I'm looking at my list, and you said I had 6, but I can't, for the life of me, see where the 6th one is. So did I give you 6?
You did give me 6. Shall I say it?
Sure.
Shall I say what you gave me?
You can.
Pax _ Acrylica.
That's the one. Yes. I didn't actually bring it up originally.
What a professional!
You know me, right? Pax Acrylic, yes. I think a lot of people will know him. He's got quite a lot of followers.
I don't. In fairness, I didn't know this guy.
Oh, right. Well,
so I wish I did because.
Yes, his style is incredible, and the things he does, modelling different bits, sort of these things he's done with Space Marines and that. He's got this thing of doing these huge, bulky shoulder plates and making Space Marines feel more oomph, basically, what they should be, these huge shoulder pads and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, it's such a cool account. He's got so many cool things that he's done. It's sort of like that one I can't pronounce.
Yeah, it's the
Lundi.
Blanchitsu Grimdark.
It's got that sort of feel to it, and I love that. I love weird and wonderful.
Can we talk about the massive fat commissar bloke?
Yeah, it's
that's
beautiful,
almost entirely green stuff.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I think the one that I recall the most is a post. It'll be from a while ago because I've been following him for quite a while. It is okay. So halfway down, it is sort of he calls him the governor. There's this guy in a Mephitic Blight Hauler's body, and it just reminds me of the what's the bad guy in Sonic?
Dr. Eggman.
Yeah, when he's in that little chair, for that hovering chair thing. And so if you scroll down a bit, there's a picture. And there's all these like monitors around him and stuff. It's just this big guy with a cigar. It looks so cool. I remember seeing that and I was just blown away by that. I just thought it was so cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
But it's that having these ideas. It's like, how do you come up with this? Like, where do you see these? There's obviously inspiration's drawn from somewhere. And just some of the stuff he's done is so cool.
He's taken 40k and made it into his own universe almost. The way these things look.
Yeah.
They almost look like they've come out of a different universe in a good way. I mean that in an incredible
definitely.
way.
Definitely.
But like the dreadnoughts he's done look different to the tradition. If these are dreadnoughts, I assume they are. They look like and stuff like that. They definitely
seem to sort of
inhabit his version of the 40k universe, which is awesome.
Which I love. I love the fact that that's the case. I mean, one of the most recent ones is the Space Wolf, which it's painted beautifully as well. He's done. I think it's Ulrich. He's done the Slayer. It's just beautiful.
Well, you can say
it's yeah, basically, give the man a job at Wormworld. Let him design stuff. Because look at the way he's sort of taken things. Like the majority of his stuff, it's just so badass.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the stamps that they're in, the just everything about it, it's so badass. It's quality. Yeah. It's so good.
Definitely.
Yeah, but another beautiful account. Yeah, give him a follow if you're not already following, because he has got a lot of followers. Pax_Acrylia.
Acrylica.
Absolute Acrylica, sorry. Quality.
Lovely.
Quality. And that's me done.
That's all of
mine.
That is. To be honest with you, I wasn't familiar with any of the ones you've mentioned today, so I'm really glad we did this episode because I've found.
Oh yeah, definitely.
6 new accounts that are doing absolutely beautiful models, so I'm happy.
Well, that's the thing, and that's the idea behind this sort of episode, isn't it? Is getting. There's so much out there on Instagram, and I've been on it for 2 years, and you've been on it for a year and a bit, haven't you? Now that you haven't seen half of these ones that I've shown you, and I haven't seen half the ones you show me, and there's that many people on Instagram. People get lost in the aether of the amount of stuff that's in there. So unless you know what you're searching for, or you don't troll through it all the time and keep up to date with it, you miss out on so many different sort of beautiful accounts. So that's what I like about the idea of doing this. Is anybody that is listening to this can, if they don't already know these people, we're just getting a bit more
spreading the love.
Spreading the love. Exactly. Spreading the love out there, because it needs to happen, especially in today's climate.
True.
We need to spread some love everywhere as much as possible. So check those accounts out, because there's some good stuff there, some really good stuff.
Brilliant. Excellent. Right, let's take a break.
Okie
we'll come back. We'll do our hobby progress stuff. I don't think we'll do an Instagram pic today. I think we've. I think
you've had enough.
You can't take it anymore. But we'll do hobby progress, and I've got a lot to talk about. I think mostly purchases, but I do have a lot to talk about. So we will be right back. Okay, we are back, and we're going to be doing our little hobby progress, end of show stuff.
Wrap up.
Christmas.
Aye.
It's 3 weeks since our last episode, so
yes.
technically you should have done a lot more. And we've just had Christmas.
We have. So
that's another reason why you should have painted your entire army.
Well, I'm going to go first.
Okay. I actually don't know what you've done, so.
You do. I have. I've done very little. I'll be honest with you. I haven't done much. I've carried on with my defiler, which in the next week I'm gonna take a picture. I've done quite a bit of it. I've done most of the skin. I'm doing it in stages. I'm doing skin, and then I'm gonna do all the metallics. I've airbrushed everything.
May I interject?
Yes, you may. Yes.
The last episode, you said you were working on the defiler.
Yeah.
And then following up, you put a picture on Instagram.
Yes.
That thing looks fucking incredible.
Oh, thank you very much.
Like I knew it was going to be good. Like, I never thought you were going to do something bad.
Yeah.
But I did not think it was going to be that good. I saw it and I was like, holy shit.
Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna.
Looks a little bit depraved and sick and hideous, but in a good way.
Well, I mean, that picture, you don't really see the full bit of the depravity. you see the front of it. The depraved bit is the back end, which is the pain train, as I think it will be known as from the way it's supposed to work. But yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun doing it, and it's been a very big project. Like, for me, like, I've not really sort of thrown myself into something and doing, like, obviously with all the sculpting and all that sort of stuff. It's I want to get it right, and it's what I will say. I don't know if I spoke to you about it, but the actual picture, the way the model is with the mouth, he sort of looks like he's bellowing out some sort of Brian Blessed. Like, he's got the claw up. It's just, imagine him shouting something in a Brian Blessed voice. I don't know why I can't get it out of my head, but
that is Nurgle.
Yeah, definitely.
Nurgle would be there screaming some beautiful, hideous,
definitely
disease song.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I've done a bit of it. It's mainly the skin. There's a lot of skin, and there's a lot of bits that I want to try doing a few different things, making it look like sort of bits are more decayed than the other. And doing some, I really wanted to try and get sort of realistic looking under the skin, sort of veins and stuff popping up in places, and that sort of stuff. So I'm taking a long time doing the skin, and then it's going to be the metallics next, basically. And then I say it's just detail work after that. But that's all I've really done. I've not actually done a lot. Apart from that, I've not touched any other projects. I've not painted anything, made anything. I've not anything like that. The only other thing I have done, I mean, did we have Christmas, or did we?
No, our last episode was the weekend before Christmas, I believe.
Right. I can't remember if I mentioned it in the last one. I had already put in my order to Santa from my family, and I've got 2 more Plague Burst crawlers. So I now have 3 Plague Burst crawlers, all in all.
Excellent.
Which is cool. And
I look forward to that.
Oh, yes. Well, now, I mean, not that I'm sore, but now Disgusting and Resilience gone, I need to up the ante, as it would be.
It hasn't gone.
It's gone. Death Guard are no more. My army will be on eBay. I also got I don't know if you remember me telling you I was going to do a Demon Prince conversion from the Man Crusher Gargants, the Age of Sigmar sort of giant, the little giant.
What used to be the huge giant and is now the little.
Now
giant.
The tiny thing, yes. Now the tiny giant. I've got one of them, so I've got the way I'm gonna do it all planned out. It's gonna be another sort of big project like the Defiler. So once I'm not starting that until I've done the Defiler. Defiler gets done, cool. That can get started. But that's it. I got some paint. I got some bits off you for Christmas, which is my Warhammer Underworld's Ripper Snarlfangs, which I'm very,
Oh yes.
very chuffed about because I have looked at them for a long time and I've obviously mentioned it to you in the past. I really like the idea of painting some little goblins and stuff like that. So that is going to be a nice little project to do. And that's about it. I mean, I say I got some paint sets. I got some. You also got me the color shift
Yeah,
metal. Which,
I'm excited to see them.
yeah,
I've heard like good things. I've heard people also say that they don't like the fact that you can't control the direction the light
where the light
is coming from.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think for the reason I got them because I thought for the Alchemist for Guild Ball
definitely
would give them a really cool
definitely
effect.
yeah.
But I'm sure you'll find other uses.
I've got some plan. I mean, I've got the Alchemist still to do. So yeah, it's definitely something I can use on them. And I was thinking the other half of the Indomitus box set, which are the Necrons. Trying out some of these on the Necrons would be quite cool.
Yeah, definitely.
They are robotic,
living metal.
Yeah. So some of them it might look pretty cool on those. So that's about me. That's it. I've done some work on the Defiler. Got a few Christmas prezzies, which I'm happy about. Some nice little projects for the new year. Well, that is it. That is about me. Toast.
Lovely.
How about you?
Okay, so I have I suppose you could call it advantage, but most of the time it's a disadvantage of having my birthday being very near to Christmas.
Yes.
So I got a little bit of money for my birthday.
Happy days.
So pre-Christmas, I got 2 boxes of the Harlequin jet bikes.
Oh. Get that one quiet.
Skyweavers.
Yeah.
So that gives me 4. I get 2 in a box.
Very cool.
Another box of Harlequin troops.
Mm-hmm.
And a box of Cabalite warriors for the Drukhari.
Very cool.
Because I only got 10, and
more's good.
The new codex is coming out, so I wanted to get another box.
Yeah.
So, but that was with my birthday money.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little treat to me. Then I got for Christmas off my girlfriend a Shadowseer, a Solitaire, another Death Jester for the Harlequins.
Very cool.
So I'm pretty getting there with Harlequins. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You've got quite a lot by the sounds of it.
It's coming together quite nicely.
Yeah.
And then I also got Malifaux, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. I'm so excited because Malifaux's been a game I've been looking at for ages, and I've always wanted to enter.
Yeah.
And one of the boxes that I was given it's called the Crossroads 7.
Oh, right.
And it's essentially a band.
Right. Okay.
So there's 7 of them, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's the 7 deadly sins. So there's sloth, fear. I can't remember what they are now. Sloth, envy, lust, greed, gluttony, and stuff like that. And they're all playing a different instrument.
That sounds incredible.
So like pride is basically Slash. He's got a guitar,
right,
a hat,
right,
a big bushy hair,
yeah,
and like gluttony's on a drum set and stuff like that, and they just look incredible.
That sounds cool.
So I'm looking forward to doing
them.
With
that, yeah,
that would be cool. So I acquired quite a bit. I also bought some airbrush stencils.
Oh right, yeah,
in the shape of diamonds, from which to paint my Harlequin jet bikes, which I used this very morning.
How did that turn out? Good.
It was all right. They're not the sticky ones.
Is it like the wood cut out stuff? Is it one of those?
It's not wood, but it's a flexible plastic.
Right.
And you can bend it round.
Okay.
It's turned out all right. I think it's just a case of getting good at using them.
Yeah.
So as I do more, it'll get better and better. But I've said before in my Harlequins, I'm not getting bogged down in making them look perfect because they ain't gonna. I ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time
to get them bang on. So I've started the jet bikes. They're about halfway done. I painted my Death Jester, which I was really happy with how he came out.
Yeah, he looks very cool.
Spent a lot of time on his cloak.
Yeah, it looks very nice. Yeah.
I also painted a Solitaire.
Oh, okay.
I nearly gave up painting. Completely painting that model.
Yeah.
I just could not get it right, and I went through the 7 stages of grief with it. Eventually got it to a point where I was okay with it, but I'm still not happy with it. But it's painted.
Solitaire. Which one's a solitaire?
So solitaire is the.
Is that the guy that's running through like?
Yeah,
He's dead quick into That's the
yeah,
solitaire.
yeah. He's the one that, yeah. So he's done, but at some point he'll probably get redone.
Okay, fair dues.
But yeah, it's done. So I've been quite busy.
That sounds it. Sounds very busy.
I'm on an absolute Harlequin hype.
It sounds very busy indeed.
Yeah. But that is it.
That's you.
What about the next plan going forward? Do you have any plans? Just the Defiler?
I think, yeah. I'm just gonna. I'm. Let's say at the minute, with certain things happening and that, I've got bits on my plate of actually getting to get down and have a good amount of time doing it, and I'm getting very distracted with computer games, which doesn't help.
No.
It's going to be Defiler. I want the Defiler done, so I can tick off. I'm going to do what you was on about that you did for last year, which is a tick list, wasn't it, of the things you've actually completed. Because
so as you finish painting something, write it on the sheet.
Write it on the sheet. Yeah, I've never done that, and it actually sounds like quite a good idea. And through the end of last year, seeing how many people put up, as you did as well, putting pictures up of what you've done over the year, sort of thing. I was like, I have done things, but I can't think what I've actually done. I was looking around and I was like, was that last year? Was that this year? Was that last? So I know certain things I did this year, but sort of to have that there so you can go, I know exactly what I've done this year, I think is actually a really good idea. So I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna, when I complete it, put it on the list so I know.
Doing the picture of everything I painted this in 2020 was
satisfying.
Very satisfying, because I tend to guilt myself a lot, being like, you should really paint more, you know.
Yeah.
I really beat myself up about it if I do something that's not painting.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I got everything out and I put it on the table and I looked at it, I was like, I painted a lot in 2020.
A lot of stuff.
I looked at it and I was like, that I'm happy with the amount I painted.
Yeah. I mean, it was the year for painting. It was the year for painting. It was definitely a year that we could get shit done.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I took advantage of, unfortunately. So, yes, I'm gonna try and double fold this year and get other things done.
It's cool being able to work out the amount of points they painted.
So definitely, yeah.
Nearly 2,000 points of Eldari,
that's very cool.
Which is quite cool. So I quite like.
Very good.
I quite like that. So excellent. Anything else to add?
I don't think so. I mean, I say that's going to be me pledge, and I think in general a pledge for this. This is the first episode of the year. A pledge for this year in general is take a bit more time to sit and take care and get some painting done in general. I think just last year I didn't have as much sort of oomph to get it done. I think I need to just try and keep it fresh and get
because we weren't playing games.
Games. That's probably another reason to it. Yeah. I think just. Yeah. But I always get these ideas of things I want to do, and then I buy them, and then I just don't do them because I haven't finished something else, and then it gets put on the back burner, and then and I just get this, everybody's got piles of shame everywhere. So it's one of them. I'm gonna really try this year, complete things to get that sort of, I have done something, therefore I allow myself to go and do something else, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. You're not alone in that, I'm sure.
No, I'm gonna really try and knuckle down this year, and I am gonna say a little prediction. I'm gonna really give it, and I mean I'm giving myself a big berth here, a wide berth. I'm gonna say probably by May. I'm gonna go May.
5 months.
Oh no, not May. What did I mean? No, I didn't mean May.
March.
I'll go March. Yeah, I'll go March.
The first quarter.
Yeah, I'll go March instead of May.
I know you said you were going to give it a wide berth.
Go back to school, Sam. Right? No, I can't if I wanted to actually. March. That's what I'm going to give myself to unveil my secret project.
Ooh,
Okay,
I'm excited.
and it's going to be enough to play a game whenever we can play a game. Okay,
Cool.
so
That'll be sick.
that's I mean that's a big ask as well in what I'm actually doing. So that's what I'm gonna do that. And if
Aim high.
aim high and aim to fail. So yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
Cool.
How about yourself? What are your plans for the next weeks?
So I'm gonna finish the jet bikes I'm working on, and then I might transition across and just work on the Malifaux a little bit because I'm very excited by it.
Very cool. Very
cool. Part
cool.
of what I want to do in this year,
yep,
is paint a few models from different games other than Games Workshop.
Yep.
Because I want to try one, different sort of style of painting, and two, the Games Workshop models have a very specific scale to them.
Yes.
In terms of, hands and heads are oversized, and not in a way that looks stupid, but they are.
Yeah.
Something like Malifaux or even Guild Ball, it's more real scale, if you like.
Yeah.
I want to try and paint a bit more of that, and just try out different things on. Painting armies is great, but once you've picked a colour scheme, you're locked into it.
Yeah.
So I want to try and paint different things to try out different techniques. Basically, that's going to be my thing for 2020.
Yeah.
I imagine I'll paint less this year because I'm going to try and put more time into what I'm doing. So
very cool. Very cool.
Good year. Excellent.
Okay.
So that's it. That's episode 1 of 2021.
Yeah, first one of the year. Beautiful.
We are experimenting with some new audio equipment and recording methods.
Yes.
So hopefully this sounds better than normal. If it doesn't, let us know. If it sounds like ours.
It's still our voices.
It's still our voices. I can't do anything about our voices.
No.
Well, I could. If you wanted to sound like Darth Vader. Something like that.
Next week, Sam isn't here.
I could just...
just go solo.
Yeah. No, that wouldn't work. Just me talking to myself for an hour. Definitely wouldn't work. But hopefully it's improved the audio quality a little bit.
Let us know.
Because it definitely we were sort of weakest previously. But let us know. Let us know in the comments any Instagram accounts you want us to look at. Because I know I want to see more.
Definitely.
Especially after today.
I like to eat up that knowledge.
Yeah. We like to steal ideas.
It's what we do.
Yes. We get all our paint schemes from.
Yes, basically.
So leave a comment, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with our Death Guard Codex review.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
First impressions. The Codex will drop on the day we're due to record, so hopefully we'll get the morning to look through it, and then we'll be able to give you some first impressions based on our
opinion,
our thoughts and feelings that we put out last year, what we wanted from the Codex, and see
if they listen to me. Basically.
If they listen to you in that brief month they had to make changes after we released it. And also, is Disgustingly Resilient as bad as it sounds?
Yes.
No, I don't think it is.
Yes.
We'll see. So check out in 2 weeks. We'll be back.
That's it.
We'll see you then.
Stay safe.
Bye.